So there is many nods to a conventional Fable game in the Journey. You know, there are definitely some moral choices. There's definitely the charm, the humour, but to some extent we have narrowed this down because we wanted to tell a story, and we wanted to make sure that the player felt that they were in a rich story with depth, and with depth means we have to constrain the choice the player has. I don't think that takes anything away from the game. It's a very different Fable game, that's all. So I think you'll find a lot of the staples are there. I think you'll find things like leveling up, things like the ability to collect things, the humour, the beautiful world. I'll say the humour again because I just think Fable is a funny game. It always has been, and it's quintessentially English or British, I'd say. So I think those staples are still there. I know I'm from the north of England, but it's not. This is nothing to do with me. They are northern, I know, because I think there's a charm about the north of England, and some of the best people come from the north of England. So no, I just think it's just one of those weird, fun things that's come about over the last 10 years. I have no idea why it is. I mean, there's been a few videos at a few events come up recently, so we've only shown the world a snippet of the game. We've seen some cool magic and some great looking creatures, and occasional bits of travelling around on the horse. But the game's kind of got a nice changeable blend of different feature sets. We have dungeons, which is where often you level up your magic, and these are combinations of sort of platformy elements with some puzzle solving, interlaced with combat, interlaced that with story beats. It's always changing up. You know, when we're with a horse, if the horse becomes injured, you can care for your horse. So there's a horse simulation as well, which allows you, if you want to, this is part of the choice. If you don't care about your horse, if it's just a piece of meat on 4 legs that you'll just thrash, you know, to death, you can do that. But if you choose to care for your horse, you can level up and your horse attributes upgrade. So there's constantly different gameplay flavours which add a lot of depth to the game and a lot of variety to the game. It's not just magic, although I love the magic element of the game because it feels great. A lot of variety in what you can do with magic, and a lot of not just a lot of different spells, but you can level up those spells. And not just can you level up those spells in different ways, the way you play with them using your gestures allows variation. So there's lots of layers of variation there, and that's the cool thing that Connect gives you. It gives you the ability to weave, to conduct magic, and to find something that you actually works for you. If I ever play, I don't know, maybe a tennis on a computer game, I'm pressing a couple of buttons which do certain things. When I go and try and play it for real, I don't play it in the same way. What we're trying to do, I think, is try and come up with something which allows people to find their own rhythm and their own unique style. Yeah, chicken kicking is something that's from Fable 1 and has made it through all the Fable games. I think this is the least cruel chicken. Most chickens are fine in this game. We do have some fun with chickens in this game, but we don't kick any chickens in this game. We do other things with magic with them. Sure. I'm going to sound like a Connect fanboy here, and I don't like doing that because it's not really fair. We're the developer, we're not the hardware guys, but we have built a game ground up in Connect, and what we've done as developers is make sure that we make something that really supports the platform, and this really does. This isn't just a game where you feel we've just remapped some gestures where it would be fine with a controller or better with a controller. This game Wouldn't work on a controller. It absolutely works better on Kinect, and that's the rule we set. If it feels like we want our controller back, we don't put the feature in the game.